Okay. Dr. Maria Teresa Cue Torres, my group mates, and to all the viewers, good morning. First of all, I would like to introduce my group and myself. The members of our group are Mr. Alan Alaman, myself, Mr. Paulo Atencio, and Mr. Alan Paul Luyugoy. Okay.
Collaborative approach. Collaborative learning is the educational approach of using groups to enhance learning through working together. Groups of 2 or more learners work together to solve problems, complete tasks, or learn new concepts. Part 1 Objectives. Part 2 Subject matters. Part 3 Procedure. First is objectives. At the end of the lesson, students are expected to be able to prepare tools, appropriate PPE, and materials for fabricating farm works, layout and dimensioning to cutting the sheeteners and stiffeners, as well as the importance of cooperation in carpentry work construction. Assemble the farm panel. Number 2 is subject matters. Instructional materials, laptop, PowerPoint presentation, chalkboard, marking pen, and smartphone. Topic: fabricating farmworks. Reference: carpentry in situ fabricating farmworks by Glenn F. Salandanan, page 1 to 33. Value aim: teamwork to develop skill in carpentry, which is fabricating farmworks, as well as group or team-oriented carpentry workers.
Collaboration is more than just working together with others. To really work together effectively, especially when resources are tight, we need to invest in good collaboration. Good collaboration means sharing the responsibilities, risks, benefits, and the credit. Good collaboration also means that everyone who is involved works toward a common goal. To do that, we need to know our limitations, leave our ego at the door, keep an open mind, be physically and mentally present, ensure everyone has an equal voice, invest trust to get trust, step out of our comfort zone, value each other's contributions.
Okay. Now, for our activity, I divide first the section into 3 groups. Okay. We have Group A, Group B, and Group C. Now, since we are 3 facilitator in this lesson, each group will have their facilitator, and we serve as a supervisor, and we serve as a coach for them, and we make sure that during their activity, we make sure that they are well guided and well supervised. I think this is the purpose of the collaborative teaching approach, to make the students well supervised and well guided during the hands-on activities, especially in this TLE subject, because this topic is more on physical learning experience, and the students must be well guided and must be well supervised during their hands-on activity, to avoid some incidental uh, to avoid some accidents or incidental matter. Okay.
Step 5 Analysis. Now class, the coach or student teacher of each group had already demonstrated how to make form panel. But we need to remember that we should be responsible and work carefully. Class, in making our panel, we need to consider using appropriate tools. What are the tools in making form panel? Step 6 Abstraction. So, in abstraction, we ask the student if they really understand the lesson and ask them what are the 4 types of form panel, and second, what are the uses of each form panel.
Okay. Next is the application. This is now the independent activity of the group or the students, because application is different from the activity, because in the activity the students or the group are very much guided from the instructor or the teacher. In other words, the teacher are participating during the activity, especially in demonstration. So during the activity, the teachers demonstrate how to properly use the appropriate tools for fabricating formworks, how to lay out the form panel, and also how to cut the sheetener or the stiffeners, and how to assemble the form panels. Okay. But in the application, the group will independently perform how to make a form panel, because application is the gearing up practice of the students. In other words, it is the pure performance and output by the group or students. And during the application, the teacher will only supervise the students' performance. Okay. For our evaluation, we use analytic rubric to evaluate the performance of our students. So this analytic rubric is composed of 5 different criterion and 3 different performance standard. So first criterion is preparing of tools, layouting and dimensioning. Third is cutting. Then fourth is assembling, cooperations. Since our strategy is collaborative learning approach, so we include cooperation in our analytic rubric. Then the speed and accuracy. Okay, for the first criterion, prepare tools, preparing of tools. So if the group group have prepared the appropriate tools for fabricating formworks, so they have 3 points for this criterion, for this performance standard. But if the group have prepared some of the appropriate tools, so they got only 2 points, so -1. And the group did not prepare for the appropriate tools, so 1 point. Okay. Second is the layout and dimensioning. If the group used lining tools and labeling tools to lay out their form panel, and it is well laid out and well dimensioned, so they get 3 points for this second criterion. Then, if the group used lining tools and labeling tools to lay out their form panel, but it is not well laid out and well dimensioned, so they got only 2 points, -1 points again. Then very poor layout and dimensioning, so underdeveloped, so 1 point. For cutting, the shitteners and the stiffeners are well cut according to its dimensioning and according to positive negative millimeter tolerance, so they get 3 points for this. When you see positive negative 3 millimeter tolerance, it is a rule of cutting. So the measurement must at least less than 3 millimeter, or must at least more than 3 millimeter, so that is allowed for cutting. So the shitteners and stiffeners are well cut, but did not follow the rules of tolerance. Third is very poor cutting. Very poor cutting did not follow the dimensioning and also the rules of tolerance, so they get only 1 point. Then assembling. So the stiffeners are on proper spacing. The form panels are well assembled based on the required length and size, so they get 3 points. So for our application, we required the students to make a small form panel, because we see to it that their activity is feasible for at least 25 minutes activity. Okay. Then, if the form panel are assembled but the stiffeners are not in a proper spacing, but it is according to the required length and size, so they got only 2 points. Then the form panel are assembled but stiffeners are not proper spacing and not also according to the required length and size, so they got only the lowest points, 1 point. Then cooperation. If all the members are well participated, so they get 3 points. Some members are not participate, 2 points. Very poor cooperation, 1 point. Speed and accuracy. So if the group submit their output on time and it is completely assembled, so they get 3 points. 3 points. But if the group submit their output late, but it is completely assembled, so -1, so 2 points only. But if the group submitted their output late and it is incomplete assembled, so they got lowest point, 1 point. Okay, that is for our evaluation. Okay, so after our evaluation, we will have our assessment. So here are our points category and scoring category. So for our points category, 3 points is the highest point, 2 points is on the midpoint, 1 point is the lowest point. So the total highest points is 3 times 6 is equals 18 points. Total midpoint score is 2 times 6 is equals to 12 points. And the total lowest points is 1 times 6 is equals 6 points. So we multiply by 6. We multiply the points by 6 because we have 6 different criterion. Okay. So for our scoring category, 18 points is outstanding. 15 to 17 points, very good. And 15 points below is good. Okay. So we have also the impression and assessment report. So the teacher, in the impression, it is the teacher comment for each group based on the evaluation of performing fabricating formworks. So if the proficiency of the students or group is well developed or needs some improvement. Okay. So we create also a assessment report, and we will send it for each group so that they will know their points or score, and also the comment from their teacher. Okay.